Welcome back, Lifers. It's Natalie
and Nicole,
and today is Free for All Friday Africa. Hopefully y'all watch Wednesday's video. Hopefully y'all watched Wednesday's video when Nicole was explaining her keto lifestyle change, well, lifestyle journey, because it's truly a journey. And now you're back with us today for Free for All Friday, where we're going to be reading some Reddit stories. And while Nicole gather her stories, I just want to go ahead and read one of mine. Am I the butthole for wanting, what's wrong? You want to talk? Oh, am I the butthole for wanting a separate bedroom from my boyfriend? You ready? Okay. It's been my dream since a young age to have my own bedroom and decorate it how I like. So when I got my new apartment for my boyfriend, male 26 and she's 27, for us to move in together, I asked him which bedroom he'd like for himself. Initially, he thought I was joking when I asked for separate rooms, but when he realized I was serious, he got really mad and called me crazy and out of touch for insisting on separate bedrooms. I told him that this was something I always wanted once I had my own place, but he called me a butthole for not considering his feelings and what other people would think about our situation. I understand that this rooming situation may not be normal, but I think it's fine to live how we want no matter what other people have to say. So butthole for deciding that my boyfriend and I get separate bedrooms even though he wants to share a room. Edit, just, you know, she said a lot of people have asked her if she made it clear before that they would have separate bedrooms. She said she told him before I finalized the lease, I'll let you have first pick on your bedroom and I cannot wait to have my own bedroom / space. You not hurting? I need to take $4. I'm happy now. Maybe I'll do upstairs or maybe it's in my car. In the glove compartment. How many of those you gotta take? 3. I gotta take 3 of these 3 times a day. Also, I don't know if you find this relevant, but he is under no pressure to move in. I initially bought this apartment for myself, and he still has his own apartment. But while I was securing my lease, he told me that he would like to move in too, which I agreed to. I'm still the sole owner of this apartment, and I'm paying the rent. He still has his own apartment, hasn't moved out yet, and is still paying rent there. Is she the butthole? No. You want a lot of people trying to comment. A lot of married. It's more common than we think, actually. You have married couples who actually has separate bedrooms. Like they have a bedroom. I mean, it's not for me, but they have a bedroom where they, well, I guess they have their own space, really. Yeah. Like they have a room where they, that's their marital, whatever, that's their bedrooms. But then they also have their own space. Like he has his man cave, she have her woman cave, and or whatever their cave. And when they need time and space, and they decorated that room for how they want, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For what they wanted to. So no, I don't think you're the butthole. If you've already specified, like, that this is what you wanted, maybe he should have possibly, if he was unclear on what you wanted, he could have asked more questions, so that way, when the time arose, I know, right? Oh, honey, when the time arrives, it wouldn't be any type of confusion, because right now it seems like there's a lot of confusion. Yeah. So that could have been solved, but I don't think you're the butthole though. And as far as him saying, what people think, who cares? Right. Are they in a relationship with you all? Are y'all poly? Huh? I mean, no shade if you are. Absolutely not, honey. These bars say. But yeah, if you're not, it's none of their business. Okay? So yeah. I don't think that you're the butthole. I do think communication needs to be with any relationship, situationship, friendship, whatever ship, okay? You have to have some great communication skills. You do. And if not, it's always something great to work on. Yeah, and it's always going to cause a problem if you don't have good communication skills. Because Nicole had to check me. Natalie, sometimes I feel like you be interrupting me. And she's right. And you are. Yeah. Go ahead, Cole. Okay, so this one says, I found out I have a sister my parents put up for adoption because she is deaf. We only found out because my brother's girlfriend got him one of those genealogy test kits, and he matched with our sister. Yeah, I did it after the discovery and matched with her too. She's younger than us. I'm 29. My brother is 24, and she's what? I'm 29. My brother is 28, and she's 24. My parents didn't deny it when my brother confronted them, but they won't talk about it. My sister reached out to my brother. I don't know why I can't read this. My sister reached out to my brother after they met. I have just messaged her also. She indicated to my brother that she was abandoned by her birth parents as a baby because she is deaf. Excuse me. She lives in a different province, so we haven't met her. My brother and me have both messaged her. I am more than willing to get to know her if that's what she wants. Mostly, I'm shocked and going through the gauntlet of emotions. I can't imagine how my sister feels. Now, you didn't ask me to use a boho or not, but I'm guessing you want to know. What I say before you before you judge your parents, make sure you find out their side of the story, because your parents don't want to talk about it, and someone told her that the reason why she was getting up for adoption was because she was deaf, and that may have been just the most easier response for them than just to explain anything. Maybe they didn't even know a reason, and maybe they wanted to feel like, hey, we saved you. But if your parents want to talk about it, maybe they aren't ready. I don't care if she's 24 or 4. Maybe they aren't ready to have that conversation. You don't know what kind of resentment they have. So just try to show some compassion to your parents too, because just like she was adopted and given to someone else, your parents had to give her up. So just, whatever the case may be, I hope you guys will talk about it and work it out as a family. I hope so too. Once again, that's where communication, yes, communication, also respecting people's boundaries. I know, because I was, I just don't read that one.
No, you was not.
Yes, I was, because
that's
I
what you said.
No, I know, but then I was looking for others. I seen it. As soon as I seen that caption, I was like, had to read it twice. I was like,
that's all you said.
I said, wait a minute. Okay, I'll let you read that one. Okay. Girl, I was reading that and I was like,
Girl, I saw the caption. Oh,
right. It's a scandal.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I'll read this one. And Nicole's story is going to be a little bit more spicy and juicier than what I'm reading right now. Okay, am I the butthole for refusing to come home until my house back to the state I left it in?
That's what you have.
I can't believe I'm here posting this, but I'm starting to feel awful over it, so maybe you guys can help. I, 36 female, had to take my child, 11, to camp last week. We left on a Friday and returned home this last Friday. My husband, 38 male, was not able to get the time off of work, so he stayed home. This is not new for us. Typically, we switch years on which parent take time off to go. This is our last year having 2HA very A parenting. Whatever. Before I left, I cleaned the house, made a few freezer meals. I don't trust him in the kitchens as he can't cook. To save his life, that's not a problem for me. And generally, just wanted to make things easier as he was going to pick up a lot of overtime while we were gone. No big deal, and yes, he normally takes on 50% of the chores. The only thing extra he had to do was water my garden and send a package out for me. Oh, she made you freezer meals. Oh, look at that. Hey, thinking about your mate. Well, we went to camp. It was a blast, but I was so ready to go home afterwards. When we got home Friday evening, I couldn't believe my eyes. The house was a wreck. I honestly don't know how I got to that level in a week. He hadn't done a single thing while we were gone. My garden hadn't been watered. The package hadn't been sent. The living room and kitchen looked like a hurricane had went through it. I was beyond mad and packed our child and I some clean clothes and checked into a hotel. When husband got home, he messaged asking where we were. I told him a hotel and that we were staying until the house was back to how I left it. He complained saying it wasn't that bad and he needed help to clean half of it because that was our jobs. I told him I didn't make half the mess, so I wasn't cleaning it. It quickly devolved into a huge fight where he thinks I'm the butthole for not doing my half of the chores when I get home. Am I the butthole here? No. Girl, bye. She cleaned that whole house. That is hilarious. She cleaned that whole house. Wow, before she left, she cleaned the house, She made you a few freezer meals because she said she knew she was going to be picking up overtime this week since you had time. You only have one child. She knew that she was going to be picking up overtime, and she just wanted to make sure that you had, you know, a good home meal to come home to because you can't cook. You know, you can't cook. And she said that she does, y'all do 50%. So you take on half of the chores. So when she's gone, the house is a wreck. You did it. No one's been there but you. You did it. And you tell her that you want her to help you clean it up, but it's your mess. It's your mess. Oh, it's your mess. So why didn't you clean? That's like me destroying the bathroom and asking someone else to clean it. I'm the one who did it. Why? So I don't blame her, honey. I applaud you. She got her child, packed some clothes up, and checked into a hotel. Okay. One thing I cannot stand is cleaning up behind a grown person that is capable of cleaning up after themselves. That, not even grown, someone who's, I can't stand cleaning up after people who's capable of cleaning up after themselves. That really grinds my gears. I am not your maid. I am not a maid, okay? I am not a maid. Do not treat me as such. That's my take on it. Thank you. Mic drop. For me, I'm going through this. For me. Because I will clean up the kitchen to my liking. Okay? Nobody can clean it like me except for Natalie and Chelsea. But I clean it up and I come back. I go to work. I clean up that night. So I clean up on Sunday night. I go to work on Monday and I come home from work on Monday. And I go in there Monday night to cook dinner. It's dirty. So you know what I started doing? I started writing on the whiteboard that we have how the day I cleaned it. So I saw this on the 29th. I cleaned that kitchen the 29th, the 30th, and I'm going to clean it when I get back today because I didn't do it last night because I wasn't feeling well. But if I would have done it last night, then it would have been the 29th, the 30th, and the 2nd that I cleaned that kitchen. And it isn't me that's dirtying it up. And then for some reason, my husband is not getting it in his brain. It's not getting it. It's just as simple as, hey, picking up after yourself. Me, when I cook, you don't know it. Because I clean up after myself. Yes. I clean up as I go. Yes. Because I don't want to be over here cleaning. And then you know what? That's why you don't be eating after you cook. Exactly. You be tired. Tired as ever. So Jody was like, I don't like cleaning. You think I do? That boggles me. I don't like cleaning. It ain't like I'm waking up like, wow. Well, Michelle say, well, by golly, it is Tuesday afternoon. It's time to clean up. Yes, no. Michelle, this is by golly. It's just stuff that have to be done. I don't want to live in filth and squalor. Thank you. I don't like that, so I clean up. I was telling Grady, I have a fear of roaches. Oh, seriously. Bugs, y'all. I went outside. I think we were going to the hospital. And it was a big old bug on the sidewalk, like coming from the neighbor, not coming from their place, but their area. And I was like, what is that? What is that? And Daddy said, oh, that's a water bug. I said, well, step on it. He was like, it's not bothering nobody. And walked his butt to the car. And I was like, oh, what I said, I was like, you're a punk. Oh my God. Like, don't call me no punk. You're a punk because you could have just stepped in that bug. I was, you scared? Like, but anyway, I have a fear of that too. I don't like rodents. I don't like bugs. I don't like that. So, my thing, like I said, is to seriously what? It's just seriously picking up after yourself. That's it. And we didn't even look at it. For some reason, it's just like it's so freaking hard to do. I don't understand that. And then so my husband's like, okay, me being the wonderful person I am, I said, okay, you don't want to clean the kitchen? That's fine. Just clean up your mess. Clean the living room, I clean the kitchen. Still waiting on the other one. Oh, okay. You stupid.
When I say clean, baby, I mean, clean. Sweep up on the stuff. Lift the chair up. Sweep up on the chair. I mean, mop the floor. Like that's what. So what I say to you is get you a whiteboard and write down. Maybe they need to see it. Hey, right here, this day, I clean up. Why am I cleaning up this kitchen 4 times in a week? That's crazy. And when I clean, it's just not me. Oh, I'm gonna just clean the dishes. No, I'm gonna wipe down the stove. It goes from one thing to another. So yes, baby, you're not the butthole. I think your man needs to get together because we're not maids. You want us to do everything. You want us to clean. You want us to be the wife, the doctor, the nurse, the therapist. You want me to clean this kitchen and still open my legs? What?
Baby.
Shop closed to their kitchen clean.
She said,
Shoot. Okay, so my story. What happened to her?
Aha. So I go ahead.
No, ma'am. That was just too good.
It really was.
Innocent red, so I know why.
Okay, I'm about to say it. Okay.
It said, my husband and 8-month-old son died in a car crash about 5 years ago. I do not miss them. Now that right there just made me mad, but I don't want to prejudge.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read the story. Okay. I am a 39-year-old woman. I met my now late husband, let's call him John, back in the summer of 2012. We got married in September 2015, and our son was born in October 2016. I wasn't really sure if I wanted kids. I had been on the fence about it when I found out that I was pregnant. I wanted an abortion as I wasn't ready. I knew that having a kid would change my life completely, and I wanted more time. But John begged me not to have an abortion. He reassured me again and again that he would shoulder 50% of the parental responsibilities and that I wouldn't have to give up my career. Before anyone asked, John and I did talk about having kids before we got married. I made it clear that I wanted to wait a few years. John wanted to be a father immediately after getting married, but at the time he assured me that he understood my position. He agreed to wait. Let me stop right there. If you didn't want to have kids, why weren't you on birth control? Why wasn't you using condoms? I mean, boom, bam, boom.
Pull out nothing that's not working out.
No, and you being 39 years old, baby, you should know. But anyway, so his insistence on not aborting the fetus.
Why are you?
Came as a bit of a shock. To my lasting regret, I gave in. I agreed to have the baby. John and our families were overjoyed. For some time, I tried to embrace this new change in our lives. I tried to see the good side of parenthood, but as my body began to change, I was afraid once again. I gave birth to my son in October 2016. It was the worst thing I have ever experienced, and would not wish such pain on my enemy. I agree. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing I experienced, but I always tell people on my pain level, they be like, can you handle this needle? Baby, I had a natural birth when I was 15 years old. Chelsea ripped me up. I had to get 16 stitches. I think I'm pretty good. My mother and mother-in-law kept telling me that when I hold my baby in my arms, I would forget all about that pain. When I did hold him, all I felt was resentment and disgust. I didn't want it. I didn't want to change its diapers. I didn't want it sucking on my nipples.
Oh, this took a turn on the laugh. This is my face. Wow.
Somebody trying to scam. Stop lying. Somebody fart. Anyway. I was like, did you? Damn. You don't smell
No.
Somebody upstairs going and down. I'm so sorry. It smells like smells like you do not smell it. I didn't want to say nothing. Wow. Somebody need to spray up there immediately.
Oh God.
Wow, their stomach.
Jesus.
Wow. That smell is strong and bold. Okay. When we came home with the baby, John did fulfill his promises for about a month. After that, he began doing less and less around the house. My situation only worsened when I got back to work in February. Now I had to get things done at the office and make sure the kid didn't die. John acted like he was doing me a favor whenever he fed or changed the baby. Okay, so both of you guys, wow. I'm not going to talk ill of the dead, but wow. As if this whole thing wasn't his idea all along. As if he hadn't promised to shoulder half of the responsibilities of raising the son that he wanted. I was in hell. I was always tired and irritated. My sex life had become non-existent. I had no time for things I once enjoyed. I regretted not getting an abortion every single day. While I didn't want to punish an innocent baby for all this, I just couldn't bring myself to love him. I did all my duties as a mother, but the whole time I just wanted to run away. John and I fought constantly. He expected me to do the lion's share of child care and acted like I was the one being selfish. In June 2017, John and I were in the middle of one of our fights when the baby started screaming. I went to feed him, but that didn't work. John made some snarky remark about my mothering skills. I was livid. I gave him the baby and told him he could take care of it. I stormed off to the bedroom and laid down in my bed. After a while, John yelled that he was going to take the baby for a drive. I yelled back, fine. The house was quiet and I fell asleep. Then it happened. John had dozed off on the wheel and the car went off the road and fell into a lake. Both he and my son died. When I found out, I honestly didn't know what to feel. I just sat there contemplating what had just happened. Then it all began to sink in. All the fighting, the yelling, the shitty diapers, the late night screaming of the baby, it was all gone. I had my life back. I was free. When I looked at John's things and the baby's toys, etc., it didn't make me sad. It reminded me of all the BS I would never have to deal with again. I did keep up appearances and acted sad and devastated. I put on a fine performance at the funeral. I was able to get some time off work and spent those weeks relaxing and watching Netflix. The only nuisance was John's and my family, who kept offering to come over so they could comfort me. I did feel bad for John's parents, but that wasn't until I remembered how they were among the people who pressured me into having a kid I didn't want. Nearly a year passed of me playing the grieving widow and mother. Then, in May 2018, I was offered a new job in a new city. I took it and moved away. Since then, my life has been beautiful. I get to travel, meet interesting people, take care of my own needs, and have hobbies that I love. I've been dating a guy who is as free as a spirit as I am and doesn't want kids either. I'm no longer in touch with John's family or any of our friends. I left that life behind. Looking back, I wish I had never met John, or at least not married him. I do feel bad for the little one who was taken from this world too soon. But I'm not sad about their deaths. It gave me a second chance at life, and I'm not sorry. I'm sharing this story to tell people that unless they're absolutely certain they want to be parents, they shouldn't have kids. Don't let people pressure you into making a life-altering situation. Well,
that wasn't even about Am I the Butthole, was it?
No, my thing is that is heavy.
Yes.
I am glad that your child is safe in God's arms than it's being with you. And that's just honest. I am glad, because the way you was talking,
I can just imagine.
you would have, in my eyes, you're a sociopath. You would have harmed that dang on baby.
Yeah.
Just because you want your life back. You are the blueprint of what a lot of these Lifetime movies was based upon. Baby, like, and your new man, I hope that y'all don't slip up one day and you get pregnant. Like,
Dang, that shit is,
wow.
Jesus.
I am
Disgusted. Put your child for
right. If
both you and John, like, y'all both got to,
you could have divorced and gave John 100%.
Wow, that just, I don't know.
I don't
Wow.
know. Like I said, I'm just thankful that your child is resting in God's arms and not with you, because you sound like a sociopath.
How many?
For real. Like you sound
Got
like
5
a true
minutes left.
sociopath. And it's
Jesus.
disgusting.
We got 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't even want to read you no story.
Oh wait, I got one more.
Mm-mm.
Am I the butthole for telling my parents I didn't choose to have their kids, and I would not make life easier for them once I move out?
Okay.
I, 17 female, turned 18 in 3 weeks. I'm counting down the days to getting out of my parents' house. They have become so reliant on me that I know they are dreading the day and wishing they could legally prevent me from moving out. I am their oldest child. They have 4 others, all under 10. My siblings have been put on me for a long time now. Even when I was their ages, it was expected I would step up because I'm the oldest. It was both parentification and the old school thing of the eldest is expected to help because they were born first. Not all of it was parentification. What the heck? Parentification, but some of it sure
Let me
was.
look that up.
For real, please, thank you. We're talking about helping with homework, making sure they didn't kill each other, walking them to the friends' houses, watching them while mom and dad ran errands. But you also had stuff like feed them lunch and or dinner while mom and dad were home, babysit overnight when they wanted to go to stuff, walk them to school once they started. I was told I need to know how to change diapers and feed them as babies. That sort of stuff that happened a lot. I got some freedom, but for every afternoon I could do whatever I needed at least 3 weeks of work behind me. Over time, it became me being the one home more than them, and guilt trips lay at my feet if I want to do something. And if I wanted to do something, and my siblings wanted me to be home with them instead, and my parents saying I should treasure those moments while they want me like that. I'm pretty damn tired of it. I don't enjoy my siblings. Part of me wishes that they'd never been born, so at least I could have looked out for myself and not had to sacrifice so much. I don't feel like the benefits are there for me, and it's sad because most of my friends adore having siblings, while I'm left feeling like it's a chore. I started saving some money when I was 14. My parents didn't know, but it could help me move out as I turned 18. The topic of my birthday came up recently, and my parents came to me, "Oh, you still come around, right? Well, you'll still come around, right? You'll still have to take care of them, right? You still owe us, you know. We're still your family." With that kind of stuff, I told them no, I wouldn't. They told me to think of the kids, if not them. That's when I said I didn't choose to have their kids, and I wasn't going to keep making their life easier and my life more difficult. That I'll be gone, and they have to figure the shit out on their arm out of butthole. Nope.
No, you're not.
No.
Our mother never did that.
No.
She never not once
Lord
told
knows she did.
Sharika that, you know, hey Sharika, Natalie and Nicole is your responsibility. We just followed Sharika anyway, either way.
What a bad decision that was, baby.
But 2 minutes. No, you're not the butthole. I don't understand why parents do that. I do understand, you know, help out there. They're your brother and sister, but put that sole responsibility of raising them kids on the older children is so wrong. They don't get to live their lives. They don't get to enjoy their childhood. They become parents too early. And then it comes to sometimes make them not even want to have kids of their own. I think it is so wrong to put that kind of responsibility, especially when both mom and dad is in the house. She did not decide to lay down and have them kids. You guys did. She can be big sister, but she is not mom and dad. And I think it's fair. And it says a lot about your parenting skills when you make your child do that, yet you are 2 feet away.
And that's on period. We hope you like this Reddit video for Free for All Friday. If you Lord, y'all, those last 2 stories just please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell right down there so you can be notified when Natalie and Nicole, your favorite twins, drop a video. It's the end of the work week, y'all. Let's go out with a bang. Some of us has to work on Saturdays and Sundays. So
Not
whatever.
me.
I do. But dang, she almost hit me in my head. But I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Do something that you enjoy, even if it means taking out 20 minutes to yourself.
Yes.
You deserve it. How are you? How's your mental? And have you been kind to yourself? Remember those 3 questions, because we damn sure did not say it for Wellness Wednesday. So, yeah, we love y'all, and we will see you for Motivational Monday.